Hello everyone, I'm Mike D'Angelo with That's Entertainment, and this is my reaction video to Ubisoft's E3 2010 presentation. One of the best things that Ubisoft brought to the show this year was Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. They had a good amount of material to show for it. It looks fantastic. If you like Assassin's Creed and you were wishing for multiplayer, this looks like it'll be perfect for it. There looks like there's potentially lots of carnage that you can create in this game, and it seems like just because it's multiplayer, it doesn't kill the Assassin's Creed vibe, which is really interesting to me. If you were a fan of the game Rez, you're in for a treat because for the Sony Move and Microsoft Kinect, they're going to bring out Child of Eden, which is like a spiritual successor to that game. Lots of pretty visuals and just real quick-paced gaming based on your movement. Looks like it's going to blow people away. It also looks like it'd be really fun to play on LSD. Promising a return to the roots of the franchise, Driver is back with Driver San Francisco. They were trying to kind of recreate a lot of the 70s movies chase scenes. So your stuff from Bullet, which is why they had that San Francisco area, because it just really fits with the mood of this game. They're saying that you should be able to destroy about a variety of 100 different cars, so that should be a lot of fun for anyone who's interested in these kind of chase games. Ubisoft also brought Ruse to E3, which is a real-time strategy that you can play on the console. It's going to be interesting to see what they're going to try and do because, as a lot of people know, it's very difficult to do real-time strategy on a console. It's very rare the kind of video games that you can say were successful marrying RTS and console gaming. Shaun White was on hand to show off his new game. Shaun White's skateboarding game is almost poetic in a way because it's almost as if saying skateboarding is, sticking it to the man. There's a lot of dreary, drab-looking locales in the game until you skate and, instill life and color and beauty back in this place that has just become boring and dull. The video game version of Scott Pilgrim vs. the World was at E3. Very pixelated, but really has an interesting art style. It looks like it's going to capture a lot of the feel and the mood from the movie series. And it looks like the game really doesn't take itself too seriously, which is good. It almost has a Castle Crashers vibe to it, if you're familiar with that game. And they even have a Guitar Hero minigame, which looks pretty sweet. There was also a trailer for Tom Clancy's HAWX 2. Unfortunately, it didn't show any in-game footage, it was just cinematics. It still looked good and it still looked promising, but without any in-game footage, it's kind of hard to determine how good it's going to be. They also showed a demo of Ghost Recon Future Soldier. It really looks like they're ramping up the violence, the style, the gameplay of that series, and it's relying a lot on technology that we aren't really seeing yet. This is probably the best futuristic first-person shooter that you're going to see in a while, just because you can actually comprehend these technologies that are involved in this game could actually exist. Ubisoft also went a little bit on the weird side and showed some strange games and peripherals. They showed a Michael Jackson game without really going into what the game was. They just had a whole bunch of dancers on stage. That's fine and everything, but you're here to show game footage. Don't just have a whole bunch of dancers come out and just dance just because it's fun for them. They also showed a laser tag peripheral called Battle Tag, which they didn't really divulge too much information on. I'm not a big fan of homebrew laser tag. You don't really get the best laser tag experience unless you go out to a place that specializes in it. It's very rare to have a game of laser tag at home where things are fair and accurate. So it'll be interesting to see if Ubisoft can pull this off. Finally, Nintendo's not the only developer that's bringing back beloved franchises. Ubisoft is bringing back one of their fan favorites. They have Rayman Origins coming out. The game looks spectacular. It looks like they're blending old humor with new visuals with ease. I don't think they're going to have any problem selling this game to people who really enjoyed the franchise. And they're probably going to manage to nab a few more people just based on some of the quirky humor that they show in the trailer. I have a bunch of other developer recaps on the way. I think it's something like 11 videos, so stay tuned. I'm going to get more done throughout the night, tomorrow, throughout the weekend. So stay tuned, and I'll get back at you when I can. Peace!